kinds of corsets that we're going to do, the hidden and the visible. For hidden, the beauty of hidden corsets is it's really just for support, meaning the outer shell, kasi, okay. So I prepared, start na para hindi tayo magka-cut. So I already prepared my shell, which is this one, wala siyang interfacing. And then this is my lining, which I lined with a soft woven interfacing. So this one is more commonly used in gowns kasi hindi siya nag-disintegrate like pelon does, so it's more stable. So the beauty of a non-visible corset is it can be anything I want it to be on the other side. So for example, if this is my lining na, my outer side can already be a flounce, it can be draped, it can have volume because I have my support inside. For a visible corset, usually it's like this, and the point of it is para kita yung boning as a design feature. And ang requirement doon is your lining has to look exactly the same as your shell. Kasi you're going to be making the cavities for your boning along your seams. Gets? Any questions so far? Okay. So for example, if I wanted to make an invisible corset, pwede na akong ito lang yung akin. Usually though, when you're a designer and you've been making gowns for a long time, you start to develop your own way of making a corset. There are some people who always put a bra pad and always start their corset boning here. There are some people who overdo it and put boning every ½ inch. So I have a friend, that's how she makes her corset. So when you look at her corsets, boning and all the way around, kasi hindi ka talaga makagalaw. There are some people, Velouz actually does the princess seam and she puts 3 here sa stomach para diretso siya sa tiyan ng ganon. To the point na when you sit down, aakyat yung dress mo. When you stand up, she tells her brides to do like that. Kasi that's her style. So when you're a designer, you start to parang trial and error on the kind of corsets that you want to do. So this one is what I actually do. I make sure my corset is at least up until hip 1. And then I can get away with just the princess line and the side seams, because I use pretty hard interspacing. So that's my style. But when you develop your own, you'll develop the kind of support that your design needs. So for this one, I can put a flounce in front, I can put embellishments in front, kasi usually naman what I do is hidden. So for example, for this one, if I want it visible, and I want it to look like this, I'm going to make the lining exactly look like this. Kasi what I'm going to do, if you can see, the #1 difference between draping a corset and draping normally is nakalabas yung seam allowances nyo, and ganyan siya nakapin. The reason being is you're trying to get rid of as much allowance as possible. Now normally kasi when you drape, I tell you not to pull para may ease pa rin yung tela nyo. When you drape a corset, you have to pull. Kasi, for example, I have to pull to make sure this doesn't fall. Kailangan nakahila siya tight enough here para ito hindi siya lumalalo ng gano'n by itself. Pero wala pa siyang line. You have to pull and you have to also keep your allowances at least 1 inch wide for the boning. Kasi if you keep them ½ inch, maubusan kayo ng tela to make the cavities for your boning. Okay? Any questions on how to drape it so far? None. Okay. So let's start on how to drape it.